Hey people, Idrid here, 3v3 Faction War. This is Lothas Cataclysm and Chaos Space Marines versus Imperial Guard. For the blue Chaos fellas, Korgoth is a Plague Champion. Starts off with a damage over time bolt gun, can get to melee weapons, debilitates enemies and supports allies, can also repair your stuff. Alongside, SchmusCriminal as a Chaos Lord, a durable and destructive hero, walking through objects and cannot be suppressed with powerful offense and disruption fighting. In melee, we got some Death Guard elite scheme here. Rounding off the team for the Chaos fellas, KGolanski as a Chaos Sorcerer, offensive and disruptive hero with powerful battlefield manipulation and control, Night Lords elite scheme. For the red team, the Guard have just brought all the generals they could find. We got Tank Sniper 380, Strongest Latino, and Iraclus. The Lord General starts in, well, is a ranged combatant with a retinue of stormtroopers, really strong defense and support, can also add to the retinue. And this fella doesn't even have a cigar. We'll see what's his game. Heretics wipe early on, those were Golanski's. They were busy worshipping, I think. There's some boom bolts. Didn't quite hit flush. CSM forcing melee combat on those poor guardsmen. More heretics coming across from SchmusCriminal, who's got double heretics. That Doom Blast, I don't think that Doom Blast hit anything there. Strongest Latino having some latency issues. Those guys got caught out of position there. Sentinel gets ground pound, and this fella already has it, already used it. Double stomping action. Nicely done. Does a bit of damage, knockback, and stuns you. The Lord General of Strongest Latino almost wiping. Maybe those guys could have finished him in melee there. They just got Eternal War for Golanski. Down to 2 models. Lucky not to be down to 1 model, I think. Looks like they made it away alright. I don't know why these guys are so obsessed with this contested power, losing models over it, losing marine models. Chaos fellas, a bit more valuable than that, I think, these guys. They're like 66 rec to reinforce these Chaos Space Marines. Plague Champion getting a Bile Spewer, trying to take full control of this contested power in the north. Got double CSM here. There's that Bile Spewer doing its thing. Can just dissolve structures very effectively. Very good against infantry as well. Debuff on hit. Lowering speed and damage by 20%, as you saw in the tooltip there. And it's got the awesome Bilious Discharge. Those guys could both get Eternal War and really put some pressure on this Sentinel. Bit lackadaisical with this guy. Needs to get it moving. Gonna go down, I think. Yep, down goes the Sentinel of Tank Sniper. Was waiting for those guardsmen to show up and repair it, but did not have that much time. Southern VP decap. Heretics leave. Sorcerer, what is he doing? What was that? Was that just a special attack? That was really late. He gets shot down. Noise Marines on the field now for SchmusCriminal. Stomp comes in from the Sentinel and shuts them up. Other Sentinel hanging around too from Iraclus. There's that second Stomp. Capuchin Devils on the way for Strongest Latino. Got some grenade launcher heretics. They'll be awesome at dispersing some guardsmen. Look at this big blob of guardsmen here. There's some cacophony. Noise Marines will knock down all surrounding infantry with this, but the Chaos Lord can't be knocked over so easily. Killed a weak, nicely done. Starting ability of the Chaos Lord, hitting surrounding models and gaining health per hit. That would have probably almost fully healed him, that one, but I don't think it was that low. It's nice to just have some disruption. Medical Sergeant in the retinue of Iraclus there. He can hand out medical packs to heal infantry. Heretics with the Sparring Champion for Golanski. These are the replaced fellas. Havoc's in play now. And we're going to see the Chaos Lord. Oh, we've got a Combi Flamer in. And he should level to 2. There we go for the revive. Sorcerer has no war gear. 414 to 480 early on. What is this? That is Korgoth pushing all the way through. Close to base. Going to try and decap some, and maybe even cap some of these forward points here. This has been noded. Plague Champion's back at base right now with some heretics reinforcing and stuff. In the south, victory point right here, contested of course. It's blue for the Chaos fellas right now. There's that rumble of the Combi Flamer. Awesome weapon to have while you're chasing stuff around. Down goes, I think that was Derek who just went down there. Poor fella. He'll be replaced with another Derek. Did the medical sergeant go down as well? No corpse though, eh? They don't leave corpses. They're ethereal. They live forever in our hearts. Those retinue guys. Grenade launcher does have a nice barrage. What's the DPS on these guys? 7 DPS, which doesn't sound like a lot. But remember, that's area of effect damage. And grenade launcher damage type is quite good. He'll even like mess up enemy marines and stuff. Here's the Catachan Devils. Lacking bandanas and other cool Catachan stuff because they have the Cadian elite scheme there. Which I don't think is a thing that happens in, I was going to say in real life. In the lore. When Catachans are like deployed somewhere else, they don't put on other uniforms, do they? I mean, maybe they do. Maybe it doesn't make sense to have them in their jungle fighting gear if they're somewhere else. How often are they even taken and deployed somewhere else? Catachan Devils also up for Tank Sniper. Korgoth goes tier 2. Raptors on the field for Golanski. Where are they? They're coming out of base. 414, 413 now. Slight VP lead coming in for the Chaos fellas. Lots of stomps there for those heretics. And Sentinel's getting low. Very low. I think he's alright. I think he's far enough away now. Look at this. The Plague Champion coming all the way from the north to mess with this natural power now. Meaning the north is completely undefended. Was this a good play? Because these guys, if they're aggressive enough, can get onto this power. They should be going for it. They may not know where Korgoth is. They may not be paying attention here. Look at this. Korgoth almost losing some Chaos Space Marines there. Air's Lord mixing it up alongside some Raptors. Level 3 already, this guy. Did get a chunk of it from a revive. The Plague Champion is being tied up in melee. I think the Bile Spewer, yeah, look, gives him some actually half-decent melee damage. 22 DPS. 414 to 387. Catachans now flee. Raptors in the back lines. Very good end to tier 1 for the Chaos fellas, I think. Be strong all the way through tier 1, basically. Who's this down over here? That is Strongest Latino. So here comes Tank Sniper. Tank Sniper should have just pushed the north, I think. Looks like he's trying to come and help. Raptors are kind of low. There's a stomp. Can the Sentinel get away? Looks like it's got far enough away. Some artillery spotters for Iraclus. No idea how to pronounce that. So I think I'm saying it differently every time. Noise Marine's getting too close to Catachan shotguns and stuff. But they're alright. Iraclus has got his retinue back as well. Havoc's doing their suppression. And then they get disrupted. Can they get on them in melee though? They got suppressed before they fired. No bother. The Havocs ran off anyway. Sorcerer's down. To Catachan melee, I think. Res mid, please, says Strongest Latino. And he is revived. There he is. You can reinforce your Stormtrooper buddies anywhere. 2 to 1 for Chaos into tier 2. And a Dreadnought is already up for Korgoth. This fellow with an autocannon and a close combat claw. Can get some health regen from Nurgle Worship. And we're going to see Mark of Tzeentch. For, both of the CSM. Now, Mark of Tzeentch is a powerful anti-infantry upgrade, but it's usually you pay out when you're facing lots of heavy and super heavy fellas. Infantry, that is. And Tank Sniper doesn't have any of that. I mean, we do have Ogryns for the other guys coming through. But we wouldn't normally expect to see that purchase so quickly against Imperial Guard. Raptors have their Aspiring Champion and just kind of jog away from the south. They dropped a model, though. Aspiring Champion in for Golanski. Which is another way to boost their damage against infantry because they can use their slaughter. And of course the Aspiring Champion has his own gun, but it does increase your population to get an extra model in. 393 to 323 because Korgoth just spent like 50 power getting double Mark of Tzeentch there. Is that really... Is he going to get 50 power worth? I mean, maybe. They are good against all infantry, and now he's facing some Ogryns because strongest Latino has showed up in the north. And they can do very good damage, but the Ogryns weren't stopped. We did not see a bilious discharge there. They go straight for the Dreadnought, doing lots of damage to it with those heavy melee attacks. Las Cannon as well. Dreadnought was so far forward. I didn't even have time to comment on it like I usually do before it goes down. Plague Champion went down also. That was a really bad push by Korgoth. And they're both level 2, the CSM. They're both level 2. They are going to be a really nice thing to have against the Ogryns, especially if the Plague Champion can get the bilious discharge. Maybe worth grabbing fetid armor as well for the Unholy Stench. That on-demand suppression is really nice, especially because it lasts a long-ass time if the Plague Champion stays around. I think that was toned down at some point. Chaos Lord got his fire game going with Armor of the Inferno. Power bashing with it. Is someone else going to power bash? Maybe? There we go. Got some Tzeentchian worship infiltrating the units of Golanski, and of course massively helping out these demonic bloodletters here with health and energy regen. Raptors jumping in. Bloodletters, you got to help out, fellas. Raptors may have jumped into death. They're okay. Bloodletters should be pretty effective against Ogryn, so they've got a lot of power melee damage, which is extra against super heavy infantry. That system reflects, you know, their armor being penetrated by the power weapons. Bloodletter's almost wiped though. They were getting shot at the same time, I guess. Ogryns have taken no damage here. How is this possible? I guess everything else was getting shot at while I was rambling away. Chaos Lord's in there mixing it up. 376 to 289. Some good disruption in there. It's got no energy though, so I can't use Kill the Weak even if it was available. It's now burning down gens. These CSM do not want to fight the Ogryns. They've barely taken a scratch still. Super heavy infantry armor can really shrug off piercing damage quite well, which these bolt guns are doing. Havocs, you okay, fellas? Looks like they are okay. Ripper guns trying to finish them off, but I think they're okay. What is this? Oh, some power bashing heretics getting a creeping barrage in their face. They get fed up and leave. Blue team's natural VP's been stolen and a heavy turret put up there. Well played, strongest Latino, I think it was. No, it's Tank Sniper's heavy turret. Got some Plasma Guardsmen here, level 3 Plasma Guardsmen. Can trade quite well with Chaos Space Marines and reinforce way easier. Single cap now for the Imperial Guard. And they are grabbing the contested VP in the south. Blue team trying to get their natural back, but heavy turret saying no. Oh, they're still able to cap. I thought the lead model going down was going to stop their cap there. They got it. Ogryns swarming around the back there. Don't really have a good target, so I guess they can just go harass the Chaos Lord. Maybe get him to use Kill the Weak early. 336 to 289. I hear Raptors jumping. Bloodletter's in there. Some buffs. Maybe this is yeah, fight harder. Just press the triggers more, fellas. Or pull the triggers, I should say. Maybe it'll help. Those Bloodletters gonna wipe? They do wipe. The guard really turning the corner with these Ogryns, these mass Ogryns. One from each player, and Blue team are struggling to deal with them completely. Really struggling to deal with them. Look at the losses there, piling up. Can the Chaos fellas come back now? Korgoth now looks like a genius with these double Marco Tzeentch CSM. Maybe they played each other before and he knows that Ogryns are coming or something. Plague Champion with his fist. Armor of Pestilence and Icon of Nurgle. Tried to get the heavy turret down. The heavy turret has vehicle armor, which so small arms aren't super effective against it. The Power Fist was doing some good work against it though. Plague Marines on the way now for Korgoth. Plague Marines on the way for SchmusCriminal. Both to help take down the turret, but you still got these Ogryns to deal with. Just so those Ogryns get a big heal from a medical sergeant, I imagine. Sorcerer getting revived, maybe? Oh, maybe not. Chaos Lord needs to leave. Triple cap now for the Guard. Swept across the map. Some Chaos Space Marines grabbing the southern contested point note, and in the north, it's also turning red. And the natural power's been decapped, look. Or about to be decapped, I should say. Ogryn's making a huge difference. Oh, tank snipers, Ogryns were wiped over there, though. See the last body on that side. Not sure what happened. So who's this then? This is strongest Latino up here. Tank sniper with a bunch of heavy weapon squads coming out. Try to hold that northern side, I guess. They got rid of one of them. This heavy turret still being a massive pain in the arse. Does eventually go down. Raptors jumping in. Ogryn's level 2 now. Fighting some Raptors. Got some support as well, but they're soaking up a lot of damage here. 193 to 289. These guys trying to get on the VP. Oh, I think that's an old order they were given. Because they're not paying attention to things. They're not capping. 1-to-1 cap. Blue team are so depleted though. So depleted. Plague Champions down to let the galaxy burn. You know, that particular part of the galaxy can burn. Level 5 Chaos Lord, level 2 Sorcerer with Demon Armor. Doing bolts. Quite scary for Catachans. Level 4 Catachans though, eh? There's a Noxious Cloud. Good answer to a mass of heavy weapon squads. It might wipe that one actually. It does. It wipes one. This fella's got a lascan, and I think one of them had an autocannon. I guess that was the one that wiped. What is this? Some power bashing guardsmen. I was going to say, looks like they have control of their VP, but here comes another wave of fellas with guns. Level 3 guardsmen, innit? Got their commissars and their sergeants opening up on the Chaos Lord now. Need to move and shoot. There's a bunch more firepower coming in. Chaos Lord can't deal with all this. Tried to use Kill the Weak, didn't work out. Golanski's got some bloodletters. They're still playing catch up here. Can they catch up with some chosen Plague Marines? These guys unique to the Plague Champion. Damage over time, power melee knives. And they can create some zombies, also passively damage nearby enemies, much like the Icon of Nurgle. 147 to 289 on the VPs. There should be an upgrade for regular Plague Marines to get that effect, I think. That'd be fun. Because I'm all about fun things. Did the Ogryns... Not quite level 4. 2 and 3 we got on them. There's tier 3 for strongest Latino. Very long tier 2 it feels like for the Guard actually. Schmuz and Golanski both in tier 3. Golanski's getting a bunch of bloodletters, which, as I said, in theory, should be good against Ogryns, but there's a lot of firepower there too. Maybe they should invest in Havocs again to try and control this movement and the mob. The mob of guardsmen. There's a lot of plasma guns and stuff. The Galaxy Burn completely misses. Kill the Weak misses. Chaos Lord may go down now. Does go down now. Ogryns are vicious, I'm telling you. There's Use Your Red. Some on-demand disruption. And it triggers again after 4 seconds. You get another knockback wave. Not sure exactly why it's called Use Your Red. Are they meant to be headbutting them? Is that what it's meant to be? I wonder. Never thought about that. So it feels like it's just kind of like a burst of speed and their sheer heft to just knock stuff over. Maybe they are just barreling forward with their heads and headbutting stuff. Tier 3 for Iraclus. Noise Marines trying to set up. Some smoke was dropped in. It wasn't actually affecting the Noise Marines. There's another Noxious Cloud. $103 to 289. Now, I'm not sure exactly how the damage aura for the Chosen Plague Marines works. Does it emanate from each model individually or just one of them? So as they die, does the aura get less effective? Got some Bullgryns now for strongest Latino, these guys get slab shields and power mauls. Instead of use your head, they get use your shield, because they forget about their heads. They can't retain that much knowledge. Chosen Plague Marines, I think they make it out. Yes, they do. 94 to 289, big VP lead for the Imperial Guard, who have been thinned out a little bit. Strongest Latino just dropped in a Lehman Russ, I think. Yeah, there it is. One of his globals. Looks like it's going to be an Executioner. So here's the Bloodletters, and there's Use Your Shield. It suppresses nearby stuff. It can't actually suppress Bloodletters, but also gives some defensive bonuses to the Bullgryns. So still worth using there. Some damage resistance and more health regen, I think. Yeah, Bloodletters don't understand courage. They just go after you, so they don't get suppressed. 94 to 278. There's that Lehman Russ. Bad news for the Bloodletters. They have to flee. Really bad news for these guys too. Heretics almost wiped in a few seconds. That was like one burst. Oh hey, some Chaos Terminators coming in. They have Combi Bolters and Power Fists, and they are using the Power Fist to very good effect, trying to finish off the Lehman Russ. Plague Marines helping with their snaring missile launcher. Can they get it? They couldn't get it done. They could have teleported and finished it, but they probably would have died afterwards, unless GoLanski was paying attention and could have teleported them out with warp. CSM dying there. Let Galaxy burn, some decent hits. Look at this. Nice flank from Korgoth. Look at that damage from the Icon of Nurgle and those chosen fellas. That was quite nasty. 87 to 255. Bullgryn's coming back out onto the field. Noxious Cloud chucked in there. Global ability of the Plague Champion. And those guys all have Nurgle Rot. Nurgle's Rot means they leave zombies behind when they die. That's from the Chosen Plague Marines. 74 to 255. Did the Chosen fellas die? No, they're alright. They're running, but they're alright. Korgoth is down to 2 units. Plague Champion fell down. Some more Guardsmen for Tank Sniper. Maybe looking to drop another Lehman Russ in, and it wants them to support it, maybe. Both Lehman Russ is still doing well. With those Executioner Cannons. 58 to 255. Chaos Lord in there, doing what he can. What level is he? Level 7, almost level 7. Level 6. Fighting a Lord General. Oh no. Derek and Nigel both died, so did the Medical Sergeant. I mean, they were fighting a Chaos Lord. So the Terminators went for autocannon here. Very good generalist weapon. But should they have got claws to just terrify the Bullgryns? Because now there's double Bullgryns, and the subjugation is in there. From GoLanski. Subjugating the Bullgryns. Not using them to attack. I think he was trying to drag them into a bad spot there. Maybe he should have used them to go after the Lehman Russ. Because they actually get a damage bonus while they're subjugated, I believe. Look at this melee fight here. Big brouhaha. 43 to 255. Absolute mayhem. They couldn't get the Lehman Russ. Look at that. 32 hit points gets away. Plague Champion was trying to get it. He was trying to get it. Korgoth's next purchase may be vital here. Is in tier 3. I think getting a tank is just too risky. With the double Bullgryns around. I mean, maybe you can make it work. Get a Mark of Pawn one that can move a bit quicker. Micro it intensively. Would do some good DPS. Can you save for a Great Unclean one? Maybe. It's very risky, down to 25 VPs here. Tank Sniper just got a Baneblade up too. Southern VP is turning blue. So the 2-1 should come in here, I think. Can the Chaos Lord withstand all this? Doing it. There's a rocket run. Pretty good one as well. Just as they're trying to come and support the south side, they get rocket runned in the face. Some stuff survived though, innit? Demonic shield thrown up. How much? 35%, eh? Not bad. Break suppression and suppression immunity as well. Go Chaos Sorcerer. Stab him. Gets it done. Look how far he threw him. Comes another mass of guardsmen with bullgrins in there. Plague Marines now trying to grab the south side, but they are getting demolished, having to flee. Poor bastards, they don't heal themselves with the death explosion these days. Well, for a long time now. More death, more Plague Marines death, I think. Or were those Havocs? No, those are Havocs. Terminators, you okay, fellas? Oh, there's the warp out from Golanski. GG says SchmusCriminal. Oh, there's a nuke chucked in from SchmusCriminal. There's that Baneblade, though. How do you deal with that? There's another Baneblade coming as well. And Kassakin are in. 2-1 for red. Could be the end. There's Use Your Shield. Another Noxious Cloud. They've been pretty good, haven't they? In this one, I mean, they're always pretty good against guardsmen. Now just chucks it onto the Bullgrins. Terminators. You okay? Neiman Ross wants to finish him, I think. But runs out of time. The Guard have done it. We had a level 7 Plague Champion for Korgoth. A level 7 Chaos Lord for SchmusCriminal. Level 4 Sorcerer. And the Lord Generals were 6, 9, and 9. Wow. Did some good work, eh? With melter guns and stuffs. But there you have it. The Guard came out swinging in Tier 2. Inflicted heavy losses, and they kept the pressure on. The blue team couldn't really properly recover. They sure tried, though. The Bullgrins were... The Ogrins, I should say, were the turning point. Eventually became Bullgrins. And there you have it, guys. Thank you all for watching. Big thanks to these players for playing a faction war. I believe it was SchmusCriminal who sent it in. And I'll see you guys next time.